Welcome back, friends, and welcome to all my first time viewers. So, today I'm going to be going over with you the seeds that I got and some supplies that work very well with them. Also, we're going to take a look at seeds that are best for winter sowing, direct sowing, hydroponics, and some of the experiences that I've had with them. So, I hope this is going to help you as you plan your garden, as I'm planning mine too. My name is Marlene. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first item is the 7-pod seed starter kit from Ferry Morse. What I like about this is that there are many plants, many seeds that will sow that they're not good if they're not direct. So like if you plant them and then you transplant them after that, it slows them down and they don't do very well. We'll take a look at a few of those, but just to show you what it looks like, this is how it is here. It has these biodegradable pots. So when your seedling is growing in there, you can just put it directly in a larger container or in your flower bed or your raised beds, and they'll just keep growing. They won't have to be transplanted and have the transplant shock and all of that. So just to show you a close-up, you can see it right there how it looks, and you just put them in your flower bed or your pot, and they'll just break down the biodegradable pot, and over time your plant's just going to grow and be great. So I absolutely love this. And this is a smaller version of the same thing. You can see this one right here. This says it actually has 50. It has 50 cells right there. So that means you can get 50 different plants out of this one. Same thing again, you plant your individual seeds in here, and then when you're ready, you could just get a scissors and just cut them off here. You can see, it's slim at the sides. You can just cut them off, and then you can plant them, and your plant will not have a transplant shock. So I think this is absolutely great because it's also good for the environment. And of course, once you're planting seedlings, you'll for sure want to have some labels. And these are quite inexpensive. I got these from the dollar store. They're usually packs of 10, and the prices haven't gone up too much. You just use them, your Sharpie to write what you're writing on there, the labels that is. So when they're coming up, you know what is where before the plant gets established, which is really very helpful, in gardening. Because sometimes we forget and they're like, what did I plant there again? But this is going to help you with all of that. So this right here, this is a flower rocket. You may have seen these in my last video that I did showing you the Dollar Tree supplies, because these are coming from different places, right? But the flower rocket is kind of like one of the newer things around, and just to show you what it looks like on the inside. This one is for zinnias, and I love zinnias. They're great for your pollinators. So you have this little bag in here. And then this, I'm not going to open it just yet because I'm not ready. These are more like for, later in the season. But you just put this in the soil and you cover it over lightly, water it, and you're going to get lots of zinnias coming up. These are annuals, but of course this is perfect, very inexpensive. So I definitely recommend it. And I'll show you later in the season when I plant mine and what happens to it as time goes by. So be sure to subscribe so you can get to follow that. And these are my 2 favorite seeds, and I'll tell you why a little bit further in the video. But first of all, let's take a look at the ones that are great for winter sowing. And the first one I'll talk about is cabbage. And that's because, cabbage is very cold hardy, so you can plant them now, and you can put them, under the jug, whether you're using a milk jug or you're using like a little mini greenhouse, whatever it is. One year I used like a little plastic shoebox, whatever you want to use, and I'll link that video for you as well so you can see how you can winter sow. But these are perfect for that, and it's great to start planting these from in January so they get a head start. Well, not quite a shoebox, but this was a box that we got from the dollar store. Worked perfectly like a little greenhouse. We put holes in the top so that rain would go in, or melted snow to keep them hydrated for the entire winter. And these over here, these are some cabbages that are in my garden right now, and I cannot wait to harvest them. This is some daisies, and these are perennials, so these are great for winter sowing, or you can just wait until the weather warms up, whichever one you prefer. This here also, this is alyssum, and this is a perennial as well. What I'll say about this one is it does really well, but it doesn't like to have like plants, even though it does have a mounding or kind of a spilling habit, it doesn't like to have plants right up over it. So give it a little room, like at the edge of your garden, like in a border or something like that, so it can just fluff out and come into itself. So that's what I'd say about sweet alyssum, and like the name says, it smells very sweet. So right here, this is snapdragons, and these are cold hardy. So maybe if you're in growing zone 9, you can actually direct sow these right now, but if not, you may want to winter sow these. They are perennials. In some areas, maybe perennials just for 3 or 4 years, but nevertheless, they're good for winter sowing, as are these as well. These are Sweet William, and they work really well for that. And just think, guys, you could have these beautiful flowers in your garden if you started the seeds now or did some winter sowing for them, whether indoors or outdoors. And to see the list of supplies, the different things that I saw at the Dollar Tree, you can check out this video right here. I will link it in the description box. You can go ahead and check it out for all of those details. These are thyme, and I love planting thyme. I've had success with them. And you can winter sow these, or if you want, you can start them directly if the winter is mild in your area. They're pretty cold hardy. Mine in the backyard right now, they're actually nice and green right now, and I still harvest every now and then to make meals, and they're just so fragrant, and they just add that special taste to your meals. And always, guys, remember to take a look at the back so you can know exactly when you can plant them in your area depending on the growing zone that you're in. This is American Seed Company, but you'll see that I'm also taking from Ferrimores and other seed companies as well. It's just based on what I have had good success with, or others have told me about their success. Here's another herb, guys, that's great for right now, and that's parsley. You can winter sow these, or if it's warm enough, you can go ahead and plant them immediately out in your garden. Go ahead and talk about one of my favorite vegetables to grow, and that would be beans. I just absolutely love beans. The thing about beans, though, is that they're not good for transplants. So the best thing to do is to plant these as direct sows, and this is where these would come in handy. You use these, you plant them in there, and then when it's ready, you just put it in your raised bed, in your flower bed, or in a larger container, and you'll be good to go. This plant just doesn't do very well when you transplant it. And the great thing about beans is that in a matter of 6 weeks, you can have your first harvest, and the same plants can give you 2 more sets of harvest over the growing season, and you can do succession planting as well. Pumpkins, like squashes, those are also plants that are not great if you transplant them, so it's best to do direct sowing. Also things like carrots, your root vegetables like beets and so on, it's best to just direct sow them because sometimes the shapes can come out a little bit wonky, so it's best to avoid all that. So here's another one of my absolute favorite flower seeds, and that would be for cosmos. You can see we have different types right here. I have had great success with them. I've used the American Seed Company, and I've also used other companies, and they all work really, really well for me. They are annuals, but they do self-seed, so it's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. They're great for cut flowers, and I will be doing a future video talking specifically about cosmos. And isn't this just beautiful to look at? This bee is absolutely enjoying this plant right here. Just enjoying the flower. And look how tall these were. These were about 6.5 feet tall. And they self-seed, or you can collect the seeds and sow them wherever you like. There are many different colors, so there's so many reasons to love this wonderful, wonderful flower. And I just wanted to take a moment to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you have never done so before. We do lots of gardening topics, tips, and tours, myself and my family. So come along and journey with us. We have a wonderful gardening community here, and be sure to hit the bell twice. So this here is a very interesting one, guys. It is a passion flower, and it produces wonderful fruit, but they actually tell you on the back that it can take up to 365 days to germinate. So you got to have some patience with this one. So I would just plant it, leave it, and just see what happens, just to try, because you do a lot of experimentation as a gardener. I do from time to time, and you learn from your experiences. So I would just try it just to see what happens. But tell me what you think in the comments. So over here I have some lettuce, and I cannot wait to plant these out. I'm probably going to winter sow these. We'll see how it goes. So keep watching, keep following my videos, and you'll see what we're going to do. Look at the one for hydroponics in a minute, but just to show you some other ones that I got. I have cucumbers here. You need to have trellises for these because they like to, climb. I also have some bell peppers. You gotta love the flavor of bell peppers. I have some petunias. And I would suggest to start these from indoors, if you really want them to come up early, and see what happens from there. And we also have these these organic peppers right here. So there are lots of choices. Now let's take a look and see the ones that are great for hydroponics. Watch my channel before, you know that I absolutely love hydroponics, especially in the colder months, but I do grow the things in there sometimes 9 up to 12 months throughout the year. They're just there like most of the time. And these are some good ones. I typically grow oregano, cilantro, and basil. I like the Sowing company, but you can use different types in there. And I've never had any problems with these. And I'll link that video where you can see some of the results that I got. I'll also put the playlist as well so you can follow along, because honestly I think that hydroponics is such a wonderful thing, especially in the colder months. You get very quick results and you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor very, very quickly. And I will link this video at the end that gives you all the pros and cons of growing herbs and vegetables hydroponically, so you can see if it's something that's going to work for you. And these are some coming up right here. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up to send a good message out so more people can get to enjoy it. So for the last item in my little box right over here, and this is actually a shoe box, it would be these fertilizer picks. So I'm going to try using these. I would just want to use these though for flowering plants, not for my vegetables, because I've never used them before. And I prefer to use things like compost and all of that for my veggies, but definitely I'm going to give these a try to see how they work for my flowers. So I know this is basically about seeds and gardening supplies that are mostly related to them, but I had to show you this because in the last video I said I was going to get it, and I did. And this is for my front porch. And you guys, I love to do my front porch makeovers as a part of, my flowers and plants to beautify the front space. So I'm going to be using it. So I'm very glad I got it. And I would say go out and get one if you like it before they're finished. And I certainly love to decorate my porch for each season of the year with flowers and fixtures. So be sure to subscribe so you can follow along for those as well too. And you're probably wondering where my tomato seeds are, why I haven't had any in my little stash. Well, whenever tomatoes do really well in my garden, I like to save the seeds and plant them again. In some cases though, I may have some volunteers that come up, or my sister will give me some because she typically has a lot of tomato seedlings. So I'll take some of those sometimes, or on rare occasions, like if it's a case where I'm late in the season for whatever reason, I will get some from the garden center. So we're probably not going to plant all of them, but we'll plant as many as we can. Life happens, but we're sure going to give it our best try. And just keep watching and following along with myself and my family as we get our garden going for this season. So I do want to thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Journey along, have a happy gardening season, and enjoy every single moment of it. See you in the next one. Take care.